Hey there, this is May Renfro here with you, and welcome to another video from the graveyard. Um, Hope from the cemetery with May. Welcome to my Lights for Jesus website and blog that you may be seeing that there or right on YouTube as well. And yes, welcome to the series that I'm doing over the summer of 2020. And what I really wanted to talk about this time, last video, I mentioned that when we are rooted and grounded in Jesus, if we've been walking in Jesus, you know, and had a relationship with Him for a time, and then when things tragedy strike and we have a sudden loss, and these things that could send us really whirling, send us for a loop. When we're affirmed, we can stand in Jesus. We can stand strong. And I commented that I just want to let you know, when life gets too hard to stand, sometimes kneel. I'm going to remind you to kneel. Life can really send us down, even when we are in Jesus. It can send us down our knees. I mean, this sent me in prayer. All I could do was pray when this happened. It's not that I was like, okay, yeah, let's see what next. No, I wasn't in complete joy. No, this when we lost our son suddenly. When he at age 14, he was just months short of his 15th birthday. It was hard. It was painful. Not knowing, okay, what is the plan? Even when we were in Jesus, where I was like, God, what is the plan here? And even though I felt that hope and knowing that there has to be a plan and a purpose, and I felt that right off the bat, and I mentioned in the first video, and of this series, that yes, I did feel that hope and that purpose, that there was a reason, or our son would still be here, still a few months, several months down the road, when nothing seemed to happen. I'm like, okay, where's the plan, God? Where's the miracle? I'm telling you, so this was hard. I had my ups and my downs, but I felt the peace. I felt this comfort. I felt Him right there with me. But yes, these things do send. It is hard to keep standing. It can be hard to really, keep going with joy. But when we're in Jesus, I mean, it makes it easier. I couldn't imagine doing this without Him. I couldn't imagine going through our loss, and then losing my dad. I mean, just within the next year, and then my brother Lee suddenly just within the next year after that. So the three losses within 3 years. I couldn't imagine doing this without Jesus. I couldn't. He is what has kept me going, and so yes, when we've got that faith, that does keep us, can keep us strong, and it keeps us standing in the midst of our storm. But it can send us to our knees, and that is exactly where we need to be. At times, that's where we need to be. We need to be on our knees more. We need to be in prayer more, and that's why sometimes I will never know why we've had our loss of our son and these different losses, and you won't know, I'm sure, for your end, for what you're going through, for your loss. Um, but these things can bring us closer to Jesus. They can build a relationship. They just draw us, um, and they can just help us to see that life, can sometimes be short, and we need to be diligent, knowing, where are we going to go when we die, when it's our time up. It could have been me, instead of my brother Lee that was in the car accident. And our son was a quad that rolled over on him. It could have been any one of us, and so that's what I think. My brother Lee, and it just really was like, oh my goodness, I go that same road that he's gone. I've gone that road so many times, or different of us have, and it could have been any one of us, but I guess it was his time to go, and this wasn't our time yet. But we need to be so diligent, and focusing on Jesus and what He has while we're still here, to make the most of each day. Um, yeah, just keep looking up for our hope, where our hope comes from, and really to be diligent in how we use our time, that we're using it to please Jesus, for those that are for us that love Jesus, and that we are using it and doing what He wants us to do, being faithful here with the life that He has given us each day. Uh, Day is a gift. Our time is a gift, and life is nothing short of a miracle. We are breathing, living, walking, talking miracles. We are miracles, whether we will realize it or not. Life is a miracle, and cherish your life. Make the most of it, and realize who it is that put you here. That it's not we ourselves, but God made us. He made us and created us in His image, and He loved us before we ever knew Him. He loved us when He created us in our mother's womb. It says in Psalms that He knew us and seen us, and He had a plan for us, and He knew all these things right from the beginning. I just want you to know that God sees you and He knows you, even if you don't know Him yet. He knows you, and He is doing orchestrating work things in your life, working things out in your life to the time when you will come to know Him. There's many stories that I hear of that people are saved physically by God when they can see God's hand was in that before they even knew God. Then so God saves them physically so that later on He can save them spiritually. Talk about love. Talk about love. Talk about that His hand is on you, that He sees. He sees. He said He knows the numbers of hair on our head. Try counting the hair on your head. He knows how many hairs you have, and He said He knows the sparrows when one falls, and He knows that. Isn't that wonderful, the care that He has for us? And He's watching over us, and again, enough that He loves us, that He has a plan. And I want you to know that sometimes life is hard, and sometimes life is hard, as we know firsthand. Sometimes somebody is that we love, dear, is suddenly snatched away from us way before the time that we feel anyway. But God knows. God, it was had a plan or reason, but they're snatched away from us way before we were ready. But we're never ready, right? For someone to be suddenly snatched away, but for lost. But he no, it was almost lost my thought there. But that He is watching, and He cares for you, and He is going to lift you up, and He's bringing you to. He wants you to come to Him, and to seek Him, and to make Him make Him the Lord of your life. That He wants to be your Father, and you to be His child. So when life gets hard, and you can't stand, then kneel, and He's there to pick you up. He'll be there for you. So I think that's all. I'm going to be repeating myself, which I'm kind of noted for sometimes in my videos, and I think that's it for this time. I thank you for catching this, for being, and we'll be doing more. I want to give you hope and encouragement from the least likely place, from the cemetery, the graveyard, that I can bring you hope, because there's hope in Jesus, because He is there on the throne, and He is watching over us, and loves us. So you to know that He loves you, and He is working things out for for your good and for His glory. Okay, stay tuned for more.